everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Hot Mic. I am John Rocha, joined as always by the Snyder himself, Jeff Sneider. You're right.
Hello, Johnny boy.
It is a Monday. We are doing a Monday show. This is pre-taped. This is not live, so I am putting it up around the live time, but this is pre-taped because I am going to see the Bruce Springsteen biopic tonight, and I have other plans going on this afternoon. I could not find time to do this until earlier in the day, so that's what we're doing it now. So it's pre-taped. If you still want to send in your support, the thanks button down there, you can hit thanks and send in some support, and we'll discuss any questions you might want to send in as well. Jeff, how are you? How was your weekend? How you doing, brother man?
I'm good. You know, I want to apologize to one of our listeners, though.
Which one?
Someone wrote me, and
Alan Smithy.
It was. They did not appreciate how we discussed old movies.
Yeah.
And I said that, first of all, John and I have very different opinions on old movies. John loves old movies.
I do. Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why you were getting any shade.
Yeah, I know. I had to correct him. He emailed me as well. I had to correct him. I did not say anything negative about old movies.
Yeah. John loves old movies. I'm the one who thinks that old movies are overrated.
Yes.
You can call me crazy all you want, but yeah, in film school, I fell asleep watching Double Indemnity. Sorry.
Oh my God. That's so insulting. It's one of the best noirs ever made, but you know, to each their own.
I'll take Primal Fear. I'll take Usual Suspects.
Fair point. Fair point. But we're here to discuss. So Smithy, our apologies collectively to you. But you know, clarification, Jeff's correct. I love old movies. Jeff, maybe not as the biggest fan, but that's the way it goes sometimes. All people are allowed under the tent here on the Hot Mic. We got so many things to get into entertainment-wise, and things are going on throughout. And we'll talk some reviews as well, Jeff, of some of the stuff we saw over the weekend as well. So just sit back, relax, and we got you from here on in. So, Jeff, let's jump into it. Let's talk about this story. This was burning up the airwaves over the last couple of days. Michael Mann, who was in Lyon, France this week for the Lumiere Festival, an inspired celebration of cinema overseen by Cannes chief Thierry Frémaux. Mann was there as the festival's honorary guest, and he confirmed two things. One, that his long-in-the-works Western Comanche is finally moving forward, though he will not be directing. Scott Cooper will be directing that one as well. And he got into a little bit of trouble for some of his comments surrounding Heat 2, and that he's going to be de-aging that, and also possibly AI, Jeff. A lot of people going crazy about this. He didn't actually say AI in the comments, but he certainly was implying that AI would be used here. And now some people are upset about this. On his side, clarifying his comments, some people saying that he shouldn't have said that. So what are your thoughts on this, Jeff? Is as much ado about nothing, or a legitimate sea change we see happening now more and more?
First of all,
yes,
I think he was misquoted.
Okay.
Or if not misquoted, then taken out of context. Because when he says AI, I think he just means like the same CG de-aging techniques that a whole bunch of other movies have used, from Tron Legacy to the Irishman.
Right, the Irishman.
No, so I think that's what Mann is talking about. I don't think he's like talking about adopting some new Sora technology to make this movie. So that's where I think the wires get crossed right off the bat.
Yeah, he said. Here's his quotes. During Mann said, "AI will have a part to play in Heat 2." Now he didn't say AI again. He said because aging and de-aging may be very important in the next film, referring to Heat 2. I don't experiment with technology gratuitously. When I have a dramatic need or aesthetic need for it, then I go deep into what I need. So people are taking that to mean AI. And so he may have been misquoted, but do you think he is going to use AI? We've seen it starting to get used more and more over the last few years in a number of feature films. So would it be that surprising that Michael Mann would lean into this?
I mean, I think it would be surprising. I'd be surprised. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know, the thing that concerned me was that he said that Heat 2 takes place, you know, the day after Heat.
Yes.
And I was like, is that the best choice? Is that really what we want? Like a continuation? And I'm supposed to pretend all these people are the same people the next day? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, this is the part of it too.
I'm on the record as this being a bad idea. I will be there opening night,
Right.
But I do not support this idea. The book was just not very good.
Yeah, I mean, he says it's going to shoot in Chicago, LA, Paraguay, and possibly some parts in Singapore.
Paraguay?
Well, I mean, I got to say it proper. I don't know. Paraguayo. That's how you say it. Okay.
It was sexy. I got a little turned on.
Thank you. But I mean, I think I think the thing is, this is a fascinating conversation to have, because I think the people that have been standing on this never use AI island, there's becoming less and less people on that island. And there's more and more directors who are going to explore this. And look, I said this in my tweet in a little bit of a snarky way, that like there's a reason the DGA signed their deals before the Writers Guild, the Actors Guild, or the PGA signed their deals and was involved in the strikes, because directors do see themselves as a cut above everybody else. Like aesthetically, collectively overall, I think they do see them. So not all of them, obviously.
Film is a directors-driven medium.
Exactly. So they think they have a separate deal. So if they want to use AI, they're going to use AI no matter whose feelings get hurt, because they're about putting the film out and their asses are on the line as the director of the film to get as good of a film as possible. And so I'm not surprised that they would explore this more and more. And some of these older guys like Michael Mann, who is really big into the look of his movies, Jeff, you know that.
But hey, I mean, obviously I don't support AI in any way, but it's like, haven't we already been using AI to some extent in movies? Like, I don't think this is really anything that new.
Right.
It's just that you're gonna have to like call it a different name. I mean, it's not like, I mean, think of these big like visual effects driven movies. Like, it's just they're just gonna make it with AI. So that's what you're gonna call it now, almost.
Yeah, so that's what it seems like we're heading towards. Is that, but the de-aging? I mean, we've seen de-aging with Scorsese using that, as you said, in The Irishman. So we've seen de-aging being used. We've seen AI being used with certain looks in films. So I would not be surprised to see him doing this. I mean, the de-aging thing bothers me because I don't know if it's ever really worked. Even, when you saw it even in the Marvel universe, when they did it for Michael Douglas, you could tell it was an old man moving around with his limited body movement, just like De Niro in Irishman. So the de-aging doesn't really deliver the effect that you were looking for. It almost seems to take you out of it. So what would you prefer? Would you prefer him de-age or use some sort of AI technology that adjusts the body to fit the age of the person that he's going for? And what does this mean for DiCaprio?
Ultimately, as long as it's not taking someone's job away, if it's taking someone's job away and giving it to someone else who is like an AI person, I mean, it's hard to argue the difference. I mean, obviously, I hate that, right? But if it's creating as many jobs as it's taking away,
right?
It's ultimately employing more people. I just care about the end product ultimately as the consumer. Right. Like, this is supposed to be movies, and that means like selling illusions and things that aren't real, and people are pretending. And I don't know, the best way to sell that I don't know if it's AI these days. Like, I don't see it. It's not that I don't get fooled by AI sometimes, but
I mean,
it's without soul.
But who's going to play? Let's move one step further. If you're going to use AI, are you going to bring in DiCaprio to play Val Kilmer? What are you going to do with that? Or are you going to, are you going to like put Val Kilmer's face on Austin Butler's body as the older version of Kilmer when you go to the modern, well, not modern day, but the current day of the telling of the story?
No, that's ghoulish, right? That's just ghoulish. Unless the actor in their final days is signing contracts or whatever.
Yeah, Kilmer. Yeah,
saying, you know what, I need to provide for my family even in death. Use me however you want.
Yeah, like James Earl Jones did. Which was
right, like that's and everybody has the right to make their own decisions in this life.
But who else are you de-aging? Are you de-aging De Niro? Are you de-aging Pacino? Like, who are you de-aging here?
Right. I was curious what he was getting at there. I mean, I think it would be that you'd bring back Pacino and you would de-age Pacino.
Oh. But again, you're not going to be able to ignore the fact that his body doesn't move like it moved in the movie. It'll look like an old man doing the body movements.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've seen fucking Andy Serkis play an ape. Okay.
Well, I'm all for motion capture. I'm all for motion.
I just I think that they can figure out a way around that.
Okay. I hope so. We will see. I mean, Sora is insane.
I'll put it this way: have we heard any rumors for Hannah? I mean,
no. I mean,
maybe Timothy Chalamet, right? We've heard like, oh, everybody loves Timmy,
right?
But I don't know if that's realistic for him. I feel like his reps know better.
You might as well go get the kid playing Rocky. He's going to play. He played Pacino.
Dude, those photos are amazing. I hear Amazon's really high on it.
It looks good.
I hear Amazon's really high on I Play Rocky.
I called out Stallone on his Instagram because he posted a fan-made trailer of the I Play Rocky thing that used clips from his the actor's previous work, and some people put a fan-made thing of Rocky, and it was not the official in any way, shape, or form trailer. And I asked him, I said, "What are you really saying about this movie by posting this fan-made trailer and your feelings about it?" Because he posted the trailer and said, there's a guy playing me and I play Rocky. I wish him the best. Keep punching. And then the trailer disappeared and he put in a photo this morning of the guy on set. So it's an interesting.
Someone tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Sly, I don't think that's real, buddy."
Hey, buddy, on the set of Tulsa.
What do you mean it's not real? It's right in front of my eyes.
It looks just like me. All right, so we'll see what happens with the
really
AI
does.
Dude, this better make a lot of money. I mean, there's so much drama around this already.
Not about money. It's about awards.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Well, let's move to this. This is an interesting story, Jeff. Michael Fassbender is apparently, this is interesting. Thomas Vinterberg is directing a Joseph Kennedy, not a John Kennedy, not a Robert Kennedy, not an Ethel Kennedy, not even a Robert Kennedy Jr., not even a Ted Kennedy series. This is Joe Kennedy, the paterfamilias of the Kennedy family. He's directing a Kennedy series for Netflix, and Michael Fassbender is set to play Joseph Kennedy. And this is an 8-episode series based on Frederick Loggebell's book, JFK, Coming of Age in the American Century, 1917 to 1956. This will reveal the loves, rivalries, and tragedies that shaped the most iconic dynasty in modern history. Jeff, this feels like their version of The Crown all over again, but this time Fassbender is leading the way as the king, so to speak, of the Kennedy family. What are your thoughts on this? A, as a series, and B, as a decision in his career for Michael Fassbender?
So it's really fucking weird. A few days ago, Jamie messaged me, and he was like, "We should be keeping an eye on Fassbender."
Wow.
Fassbender's going to get something big. And I was like, I completely agree. Right.
Okay.
And I had actually just been sent the script for the Kennedy's pilot.
Okay.
By Eric Roth and somebody else. And I think it's called The Kennedys of Boston.
Okay.
Which, I think there's something kind of off-putting about Boston to a lot of people. And I'm from Boston, so I can say that.
Right.
And I'm not surprised that they dropped that and just went with a much simpler Kennedy. Fassbender is a fascinating choice. I think he's a remarkable actor. I think he is an incredible actor.
Yes.
And obviously he starred in The Killer, so people like on Netflix are familiar with him, right?
Yeah.
I think that's important to Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he'd like commit to like a multi-season thing. But wait, when did Joe Kennedy die?
I don't know actually. It was maybe in the 60s, like right after his son died, I think. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, 1969 at 81 years old.
Yeah, so is he gonna play him until 81? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's a coup.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it's interesting too is that Joseph Kennedy suffered a stroke in 1961 after his son had been elected to be president, or a year after his son. So, will he play the latter half of with a stroke? Are we talking Anthony Hopkins in Legend of the Fall? Is that what we're talking about here? I mean, what? This could be an interesting challenge. And how deep are they going to go into the Kennedy story? Is this just Joseph Kennedy and then the kids are born near the end of the series? Or are we going into is this the beginning, as I said, of The Crown of a multi-season series where
it is a multi-season thing? It's a multi-season thing.
It is. Okay. Because this is 8 episodes of the first season. So then this will be.
I thought it was a multi-season thing.
Okay. Fascinating stuff. Because there's a lot of things around Joseph Kennedy. And certainly we just had the JFK files from Russia were supposedly declassified. And of course, people are obsessed. Certain conspiracy theorists are obsessed that JFK Jr. is still alive. So it seems still topical. Because I was going to ask you, do people care about Joseph Kennedy anymore? Does this make any sense? But maybe there's enough people that do. What do you think, Jeff?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't think that the younger generation cares too much about it. The Kennedys or the aura around the family.
Yeah.
This seems a little misguided. This isn't royalty. I mean, it's the closest thing to American royalty, maybe, but that's not the same thing.
Right. It's an interesting decision on so many levels, man. I mean, I wonder if there's going to be an interest, but maybe they're just going for like I said, variety. So they're going for the couch potatoes who are going to sit and watch.
Fassy helps, I guess. But what about, isn't he has like a Paramount Plus show? I'm surprised.
The agency. Right. Exactly. I wonder who's going to play his wife, who's going to play Jack, who's going to play Bobby. So this will be fascinating to see who they get to play these characters.
I agree.
All right. So
we're getting big people, right? Like Florence Pugh has that East of Eden, right?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
They're getting considerable people for these kind of big shows.
I mean, Julia Roberts is out there. She has no aversion to being on TV, as with the Prime series that she's done. Julia Roberts could be an interesting choice, especially after The Hunt, which I like. All right, let's move on to this guy here, Colman Domingo. It has been outed, ladies and gentlemen. Spoiler alert: he is set to see the Wizard. He has been cast as the voice of the Cowardly Lion. The announcement was made on the Wicked Instagram account today, with Domingo hiding behind a lion stuffed animal before revealing himself and saying, "See you in Oz," with that inimitable voice of his. Filmmaker John Chu recently teased that the fans would be excited to find out who it was. Wait until the red carpet when the actor who gives the Cowardly Lion's voice steps foot on it. It'll be wild. But apparently this was probably going to break, so they announced it early, Jeff. Do you like this? And what does this tell you about the size of the roles of the Wizard of Oz characters that are going to be in this sequel?
I have no idea. Obviously I've been saying a certain actress for a while about Dorothy, but that keeps being denied by the studio.
Right.
I don't know. I don't understand it.
Okay.
I don't know whether to believe or just be like, what the hell? But clearly they're going for some big names as far as like the Tin Man and who's the other one?
The Scarecrow. Yeah.
That's right.
Big story in your childhood. Was it Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, not so much.
But I mean, what do you think about this as a decision by Colman Domingo to take this role? Does this make sense to you for him to do this? It's probably a good paycheck and give more notoriety to himself. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, this is to be part of the big Oscar-nominated sequel, and it's voice work. That's the easiest money you can make in showbiz.
Huh? True.
I'll do respect. Sorry.
That could be interesting. But I like it too. I think I like Colman Domingo, and the Cowardly Lion is such a fantastic role. And if you've seen The Wiz, that's one of my favorite characters in The Wiz. Not so much in The Wizard of Oz, but certainly in The Wiz. So there's maybe a little bit of tradition there that he's carrying on in that way as well.
Nobody beats The Wiz.
That's those were the days. Let's move on to your buddy here, Glen Powell. There are rumors that Glen Powell might be joining the MCU as Nova. During a new interview with The Playlist, Michael Waldron, who penned the original Avengers Doomsday script, was asked if there was an MCU role that would eventually become, when it was Avengers the Kang Dynasty, was asked if there was an MCU role that Powell would fit. He co-created, of course, Chad Powers with Glen Powell and said he'd be a pretty good Nova. So, but Powell has said, "I've never gotten a call from DC or Marvel, but I'm a fan of everything they do." Jeff, is this just a writer just having fun with everybody, or do you think this is actually? Oh, thanks, son. This is actually legitimately.
What do you got there? What do you got over there?
Well, I'm on time crunch, so the Lady Outlaw, she went and got me some lunch here, a little stuff from.
What a beautiful little bowl that you have. Everybody Everybody's happy over there, aren't they?
Little Luna Grills is? Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Lemon vinaigrettes. Yeah, exactly.
Glen Powell. I mean, again, Mike, I'm not even going to get into the connection yet.
Okay.
What is Michael Waldron supposed to say here? You could ask this about anybody. You could give me an actor. Name an actor.
Yeah, sure. George Clooney. How about that?
Right.
No, Adam Driver.
You just go up to anybody and be, any writer in the MCU or anyone with a tenuous connection, be like, so I don't know what superhero you think Adam Driver should play, and they'd be like, I don't know, this character, and then be like, so and so thinks so and so is going to be the character. If you think Glen Powell, okay, is going to play Nova,
okay,
get the fuck out of here.
Really? Well, I mean, this is such a big character. People love him in the.
Is he a big character?
Character, if you're like a fan of the Marvel comics, right? Like, I think outside the Marvel comics, there's not a lot of people who know Nova, but it has the potential to be a massive character in the world of the MCU if they went with him. He's been around since the 1970s, Richard Rider, and is connected to the Nova Corps, Guardians of the Galaxy, and a number of other Marvel heroes. So, I mean,
okay, so you're Michael Waldron and you're asked this question. Do you think you just you think about it long and hard and you're weighing the options and then you're like, Glen Powell would be the best Nova? Or do you think that there's something behind saying that?
Yes, that's what I think. I don't think you randomly say Nova, especially when, like, it's different if you're a writer of like something else, right? But the fact that you wrote the Kang Dynasty, which is the foundation for what we're going to get in Doomsday, and you mention Nova, then yes, you have to pay attention to that and think, is there something ulterior motives going on here in terms of this? But then you have to ask yourself, is Waldron speaking out of turn here, or was this kind of choreographed to?
Was he asked who should play Nova, or was he asked what character Glen Powell should play?
Exactly. He was asked who Glen Powell should play. And he said, I think you'd be a great Nova.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Obviously, Glen Powell and Michael Waldron just worked together on Chad Powers.
Right.
So it makes sense that Michael Waldron would have Glen Powell on the brain, if you will.
Is he stumping for him, do you think, to get in?
I don't think Glen Powell needs Michael Waldron to stump for him.
Fair point. Yeah.
And I don't think that Nova is really a Glen Powell role. Like, there's a reason I was saying Brandon Sklenar, who isn't big enough to play Batman, right? Who's not going to be Batman.
So Christian
would be a good Nova.
Yeah.
Whereas Glen Powell should be going up for Batman roles and does not need to waste his time playing Nova.
I guess. But I mean, Glen doesn't really, I don't know, but Glen doesn't have the let me go center stage instinct. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Doesn't Glen seem more like a Booster Gold?
Yes, 1000%. If you're going to do it, if you can't get what's his face from Made for Billy Magnuson, then I think you get Glen Powell. Those are the only two choices in my mind.
And listen, I don't know who's steering his career, and we had fucking Matt Bellany or whoever selling on Glen Powell on his podcast, right? Yeah. He seemed to be implying this is just a fad. I look at DiCaprio, I look at Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
These guys didn't play superheroes. No. And I think that those are the guys who Glen Powell is and should be modeling his career after.
Yeah. I agree with that. All right, so we'll see. Fantastic actor. We'll see where he ends up. But it seems to be the we talked about the Kennedys earlier, Joseph Kennedy, Jeff, and we have a Springsteen film I'm going to see tonight. It seems to be the time of biopics, because now your favorite actress Rachel Zegler is apparently attached to star as Gloria Estefan in a biopic based on her life, but also based on the Broadway jukebox musical On Your Feet. This is supposedly coming from Sony Pictures. Lisette Feliciano, who wrote Women as Losers, has been attached to write and direct the feature adaptation since April. Gloria Estefan, recently speaking of The Sun, said that Zegler is awesome. I think she's incredible. I know she killed it in Evita. We're still working on the green light because we're figuring out where to do it, how to do it. This has been the work for quite a few years. That's how it goes in Hollywood. And apparently this is supposed to follow the true story of Emilio and Gloria Estefan, two Cuban immigrants who launched themselves to international musical stardom, of course, with the Miami Sound Machine. And then her accident, and then her working her way back from her accident, where I think she did that song Coming Out of the Light or Coming Out of the Dark, and also the Olympic.
Don't forget the classic.
Yes.
Turn the chair around, turn the chair around.
Turn the beat around. But yes, it was a remake. Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yes, it was. But I mean, would you like this? This is an interesting decision. I mean, first of all, Zegler's not. I don't think she's Cuban. She's Colombian from birth. But like, do you like this casting? Does she look like Gloria? I mean, Gloria had a gadunk. So I'm a little confused on the casting here. But what do you think?
I think it's the best this movie could probably hope for. I mean, Rachel Zegler is a star to some extent.
She is. Yes.
And they need a star. Obviously, like you said, she's not Cuban, but they need someone who can maybe pass for Cuban or has a little Latina flavor.
Yes.
And she's a great singer. And so, I think I can't imagine who they would find who would not necessarily be better than her, because you might be able to find someone who's better than her, but they'd be an unknown. And they wouldn't have the name power that she has. And she is a draw to some extent, like I said.
Yeah. You know who I was thinking of that would be possible, but I mean, obviously not anymore. Like if things had worked out in a different way, I mean, Melissa Barrera would have been a possibility here. And what's her face? Oh, God, I can't think of her from Top Gun Maverick and Monica Barbaro. That could have been a possibility if she hadn't already played who she played there in the Bob Dylan film, Joan Baez. So, but yeah, I think you want to get eyes on it. Zegler's a name and she can sing like crazy, and it's based on a musical. So, and of course, he was great in West Side Story. He's damn good in Evita. So it makes sense.
I don't know that Monica Barbaro has the right energy to play Gloria Estefan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if she'd do the greatest job.
You're a big Gloria Estefan fan, are you? Have you watched
Listen, I know everything about Gloria. Okay. From the G to the A.
Yeah, turn the chair around.
So yeah, I think Zegler will do a good job.
Okay.
And I'm usually pretty anti-Zegler on this.
I know
show.
you are. That's why I asked.
But this seems like the right marriage of material. I had another point, but I forgot what it was. Shit.
Oh no.
Who's directing this?
Lisette Fernandez.
And it's a Sony. Is it a Sony movie?
Yes, Sony Pictures. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's like the Whitney Houston movie. It'll do, I don't know, 20, 30, maybe 40 million.
Yeah. I don't think Gloria is someone that's going to get a lot of people to come out to see her movie. It's Zegler that's going to sell it. But there'll be limits to what Zegler can sell in the film itself.
But do you think I can see it, the sell? I can see like Sony being like, get on your feet.
Yeah.
October 2nd.
She's always had, Gloria has always had this thing that's gotten over into the mainstream. Not a lot of Latina singers or Latina performers have been able to get across, and she has done.
And for years, you've been talking about how the Latino audience is the fastest growing audience, movie going audience.
It is.
Let's see if they show up and support their girl here.
We don't always support our own movies, that's for sure, unfortunately. But yes, we'll see if they support. They didn't show up for West Side Story, so we'll see.
Well, I when I say their girl, support their girl, I'm not even talking about Rachel Zegler. I'm talking about Gloria Estefan.
All right, yeah, I know. I hear what you're saying. You're right. That's a good point to bring up. All right, let's see. What else have we got here? Oh, you want to talk about that? We mentioned it earlier. Speaking of biopics, there's the first official image. There were some other images that were released that were not official, but this is the first official image here of Anthony Ippolito as Sylvester Stallone and I play Rocky. This is officially from Amazon MGM. And he's there running on the beach, obviously, with Buckus, the real life dog that he owned when he made this movie, Rocky. That is actually his dog in the film. And so there you go. So what do you think about this shot? We talked about the other photos that I posted on Thursday. What are your thoughts on this shot there?
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
That dog is who?
The dog that Stallone used in the movie in Rocky, that was his actual dog. that he used. And this story is true that he had to give up his dog in order to.
Okay, so this is a new dog.
Well, of course, it's a new dog. I'm just saying that he's there running with the
That dog looks photoshopped in right now, don't you think? And I feel like he was just running down the beach to like give him a dog.
I'm sure he's running with his dog that's playing Buckus, the dog from the movie.
They're like, we forgot the dog. Fucking Photoshop that shit in.
All right. Well, what are your thoughts on the look and the
amazing?
Yeah, right.
Can't believe this guy once played Pacino so convincingly.
I think this is why Stallone is as I mentioned earlier, is posting about it because
he looks more like me than me. I look in the mirror, I don't look like that no more.
Oh man, I love it. I can't wait to see this thing. The hype is growing for me. I wasn't initially
the director of Green Book, so aren't you going to hell?
Oh my god. Well, he did make me laugh in the past. Green Book made me laugh, but not for the reasons he was hoping.
Green Book is such a deserving Best Picture. I love antagonizing people about it.
It's Crash and Green Book. Those are the two that should have never.
The two most deserving Best Picture winners of the last 30 years.
Driving Miss Daisy right below that.
Like, ooh, Parasite. Ooh.
You got to translate that into Korean. Jeff, did you get a chance to see this documentary that dropped over the weekend, The Perfect Neighbor? Did you get a chance to see this yet, Jeff? Because we watched it on Sunday and we were riveted. And this is the #1 movie on Netflix right now. Did you get a chance to see it? Any thoughts on it?
So I don't like to talk about this because that's my grandmother.
With a New York accent? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me all about it.
I was scared for my life. I swear to God.
I was trembling.
It's so, okay. It is a gut-wrenching documentary. Oh. I watched it the night before the anniversary of my mother's death, and it was like when that father has to tell those kids,
dude,
it was holy shit. Like,
devastating.
That's real life. Yeah. That's some real life shit.
Just to let you guys know who are watching or listening to us, the documentary is on Netflix, and it's a incident that happened in Florida between this older white woman, and she was angry that black kids and other kids were coming around her house and making noise and yelling and playing football. She accused them constantly of disturbing the peace and messing with her and attacking her. And it leads to a very tragic situation. And it's all told through body cam footage or drone footage. Which is amazing. So it's a kind of a version of doing found footage, Jeff, but without, like saying it's a found footage.
But having the police do all the work for you.
Yeah, basically, yes. Basically.
Here's my question to you.
Okay.
And I think we'll have to talk about some spoilers here.
Okay.
But did you see the ultimate ending coming, like the outcome of this case coming, or did you think it would be something else?
I did not think it was going to be resolved in a way that was satisfying for me. I'll say that. And both of us, Lady Outlaw and I, were surprised at the finale because I didn't anticipate that it would, considering the state, considering the law, considering who's in charge of that state and the people involved, I did not think it was going to go the way it went. So I was very surprised.
So it's tricky.
Yeah. Why you say?
I think ultimately justice was probably served.
Oh, you're saying that there might have been some reason.
There may have been some validity to, like, I understand why it was investigated under that statute.
Right.
Because the way that the law is written, it's that, if you think that you're in fear for your life.
Right.
I don't know if it says like reasonable fear or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what the wording is, right?
Right.
If you're a racist, you're probably in fear.
Yes.
Right? That's not reasonable.
Right. Is the law supposed to?
But you do believe you're actually in fear for your life. So it's more tricky than I think a lot of people would give it credit for, but it was a fascinating movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get Oscar nominated.
Yeah, I think it should absolutely be nominated for Best Documentary. It was truly chilling. There were other things that came out this weekend, Jeff. Let's get into the box office. Black Phone 2 doing some really good work here with the box office, leading the way here at $42 million for it overall, which is pretty impressive, I would think, worldwide for a horror film that was a sequel. Did you get a chance to see this one? Any thoughts on it, Jeff? Did you like it? I haven't seen it yet.
Black Phone 2. I did see Black Phone 2.
Okay.
It was okay.
Wow. All right.
I wasn't a big fan of the first movie.
Okay.
This second movie is about on par, I thought, with the first movie. Which we saw together at cinema.
Yes, we did.
The girl was good. And like, that's the first thing I'll say about this is that it only works to the extent that it does because I think Madeline McGrath actually gives a pretty good performance.
Okay.
Ethan Hawke is barely in the movie.
Oh shit! Really?
Which is like the unfortunate surprise here. Like, at least he doesn't really come in until almost like an hour into the movie. Practically.
Jesus. Okay.
So you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's like a mistake or not. It's gory, but like it's not quite scary. There's one like really effective jump scare that Scott Derrickson does, but I don't know. I just thought it was a mixed bag overall. It didn't entirely work for me, I would say overall. But it wasn't offensively bad.
Got it. But 42 million, that's pretty good, right? For a sequel to a kind of a smaller horror film. Does this let you feel like there's going to be a third installment here, considering how good the opening weekend was?
42 million. Where is that worldwide?
Yeah, worldwide. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So there's 27 here.
Yes. 27 here. Yes. And it was only 30 million to make. So
yeah, exactly. I think that at the end of the day, this will probably turn a profit.
Yeah.
For Universal, which means I think if they want to do a third one, which would shock me, especially with the unlikelihood of things like Megan going forward.
Oh yeah.
Right. There are things that Blumhouse tried this year that didn't work.
Yeah.
So if they have to move forward with some sort of IP, this seems like the one to do it with.
Yeah. Agreed.
But like, to me, I don't know. Like, and obviously I respect the hell out of Derrickson and Cargill. Cargill and I both came from Ain't It Cool News. He's been far more successful than I. But it's like they have this, while I appreciated like the dreamlike quality of some of the sequences and the way that they're shot, it feels like they've just been kind of doing the same thing since Sinister.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Is, preying on that like handheld Super 8 vibe.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know. I like Doctor Strange. Like, I like when Derrickson sort of dips his toe into other things. I like to see him make like a sci-fi movie. I know he was probably scarred by The Day the Earth Stood Still, but
yeah, that wasn't good.
That wasn't his finest hour.
No, it wasn't. Nor Keanu's. But then going forward with the box office here, Jeff, Good Fortune, led by Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari, only made under $6 million over 3 days. Tron Ares is dropping 65% to only making $11 million over the last 3 days. And then Roofman fell 55% and only made $3.65 million. And After the Hunt expanded wide, but hasn't caught on, taking just $2 million due to poor reviews and woeful C- cinema score. So what do you want to say about any of these movies and the reactions and the box office numbers for them?
I mean, listen, Hollywood has nobody but itself to blame for audiences not turning out to original movies.
Yeah.
I think the sell on Roofman was confusing. It's a tough sell. I get it.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
So Paramount didn't have it. They didn't have it easy there. They had their work cut out for them. Yeah. Not surprised that the general public hasn't really latched on in spite of good reviews. Good Fortune I saw last night. That's not a good movie.
Yeah, I had 3 people text me over the weekend that it's a terrible. 3 of my regular friends. They're not reviewers or critics. They texted me like, I thought it was going to be a lot of fun, and it was not good. And
I laughed a few times, but
bashing Aziz as well. So.
I mean, Keanu is the one to bash. I just thought Keanu was like out of like a different movie or something. Like, I would have liked to have seen like almost like Seth Rogen playing the angel.
Oh,
and like you have to have the angel more panicked.
right.
It was like he has to like freak out more. Like Keanu was just like this, like I'm Keanu, man. Like this whole like vibe, the whole movie, and it's like, this doesn't work.
Bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a disappointing movie weekend for me. I saw Good Fortune. I saw Black Phone 2. Perfect Neighbor was really good. But then I saw The Mastermind.
Oh, yeah, the Josh O'Connor one.
Yeah, that was dull.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah, it was good for like 20, 30 minutes. And then it was just like, we have no energy. This guy's a loser. Sorry.
Oh.
You're stuck with this guy for the next hour.
Is this the wait? Is it? I'm getting. Is that the one with Alana Haim, or is that a different one?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the wife. But it's like, listen, if you're gonna be a loser, you have to be an interesting loser. Like,
yeah,
there are plenty of movies I like about losers, but there's something like interesting about each of them. And I don't know. This dude was just like a mopey bitch.
Okay. All right. Fair point. Fair point. Anything else did you get a chance to see this weekend? Anything on either in the theater or in streaming?
All I'll say is I finished season 4 of Mayor of Kingstown.
Oh,
which is under embargo, but like, what a crazy fucking show in general. I can just say that much. This year it gets Edie Falco, who's like one of the great TV actresses of all time.
Yeah.
And like this guy, Richard Brake, I know nobody really knows who he is, but like if there was ever a dude just crying out to play Freddy Krueger, it's that guy. This guy is Freddy Krueger to the max.
Nice.
He's terrifying.
What about the Task finale? We can talk about it without spoilers. I think we can say satisfying end to the show. Would you say?
It was good. I just there was something anticlimactic about what happened with the penultimate episode,
right?
And who disappears in that one, and I just didn't love it as much as Mare of Easttown. Because I saw some people being like, "Whoa, like that ending was amazing and it sealed it. Like it's better than Mare of Easttown." I wouldn't go that far. I really like Task.
Yeah,
it was a solid B+ show for me, but it wasn't on the A grade level of Mare of Easttown.
Wow. See, and I have to disagree. I think it was better than Mare of Easttown. The show overall, I just thought it was darker. I thought it went to places that Mare of Easttown was coming close, but didn't quite dive into as strongly. And I like that this one went the way it did. I hear you because of what happened in the previous episode, that it feels a little like Game of Thrones-ish, where you're wrapping things up a little bit. But that shootout was still pretty amazing. And then what happens in the court. And I like the flashbacks, and so I enjoyed it.
I didn't love all the stuff with like the sun.
Oh, right. Okay.
But like, here's the thing. I'm not going to call you crazy for having that opinion. There are opinions I will definitely call out as I don't understand how someone could like a House of Dynamite. Right. And I had a friend. I talked about it with a friend over the weekend, which was an interesting conversation, but I'm not going to get down on you for this. Like, to each their own in this case. Right. They're both really, really good shows.
Yeah.
I just felt like Kate Winslet was on another level.
Yeah. I guess you would say that. I mean, I think Ruffalo is great, but he's not what Kate is doing in that show.
Pelfrey's great too. Pelfrey was the one that, like, because I've seen Mark Ruffalo be great.
Yes,
right? I've seen him be great a lot.
Yeah.
And this wasn't like his greatest, I didn't think.
But I think it's his greatest one for this stage in his life right now.
Did you see the Twin show?
No, what is that?
I know this much is true. You need to watch that, Rocha.
Okay.
Trust me. It's depressing as fuck.
Is it HBO? Oh, yes, I remember that one.
Yeah, I mean that he's on like the Mare of Easttown level. He's on another level in that show.
Okay.
So this was really good. It was a B+. Like that's a really good grade.
Yeah.
But it wasn't quite the masterpiece everybody's flipping out and making out to. This isn't Chernobyl. Chernobyl was like an all-time piece of television.
100%. But I also think someone who was a little bit on the fringes throughout the series, getting a chance to shine, was Martha Plimpton. I've always gone back and forth on Martha as an actress, and I think sometimes she chooses roles because sometimes you can only choose the things that are being offered to you, and they don't always do her justice. Because I think she's a fucking great actress since Parenthood. She got to shine when she got to get out in the field. That's some of my favorite scenes in the whole series. Like, she was such a badass when she finally got that, because you don't see too many female characters like that are matter of fact about their bodily fluids and their look and everything. Like, I love that she was so matter of fact, because when you live a certain age, you meet women like this all the time. More and more women are just kind of accepting, and this is who we are, goddammit, accepted. And so you rarely see that in certain shows. So seeing that energy be a part of this, I thought was really great. So I like Martha throughout the whole
thing. I mean, to me, the one who blew me away was Amelia Jones.
Well, of course, 100%.
Yes. She was, I'm like, this is the same girl from Coda? Like, how is this even possible? She's going to have an amazing career, I think, if people buy into her.
She did a great TikTok on it, too, which I thought was hilarious, about what it's like when your uncle comes home with another child for you to take care of. So I thought that was great. All right. Anything else you had a chance to watch or want to talk about?
That was a lot. I watched a lot this weekend. Okay. I watched SNL too. I watched a couple of Law and Orders. Like,
here's what I'll tell you about the Law and Order. Here's the problem with, and I'm in like a Law and Order junkie. Okay, I rewatched.
The problem with Law and Order, the longest running show on network television.
The problem with the most current version of Law and Order is, and it's happened since they came back. We watch Law and Order it's like our lunch break. Whenever we watch in the middle of the day, we will watch old Law and Orders. They're now, Pluto TV has a channel showing Law and Orders 24 hours a day. I love Law and Order. The problem with the new Law and Order that started with when they came back was they try to be too politically correct. They got rid of everybody and nobody's talking, but they're still not matter of fact enough. And I think the two actors who play the Hugh Dancy, and I can't remember the actress's name, plays the ADA. I think they're both wet noodles, and you need to have like fucking electricity. Tony Goldwyn is great, but you need someone like a Sam Waterston type. Like, there needs to be electricity, and there's not. Like, Michael Moriarty was great electricity in the first few seasons of Law and Order. You need electricity in your DA. And I don't think Hugh Dancy has any electricity.
Wow, that's a bold accusation.
I'm saying he's so boring sometimes. It's like, what am I? I was just trying to do the right thing. And it's like, no, what are you doing?
That was good, dude. I saw him for a second there. That was a pretty good impression.
Yes, Hugh does them. That kind of thing. And look, Sam Washington had his ticks as well. Sam was great because Sam would just, he'd say something, Sam would go like, he'd jack the head back in the blink, so.
It just blew my mind. That was great.
Don't let me start doing Iota Beery because I can imitate her from After the Hunt.
Yes, I watched that, but I watched SVU first. SVU always goes the better show.
I agree. I think right now it is the better show. I thought Sabrina did well on SNL, and I haven't always been the biggest fan of Sabrina. I thought she did well, and I actually liked that man-child performance. And no, not because she was in her panties, but because I like her version of that song. And so I thought she acquitted herself well. Jeff, what do you think?
Definitely didn't watch the performances. No. I rarely watch the musical performances on SNL. I thought Plans was a great sketch because it's so true. Nobody over 35 really wants to go out or do anything.
It's true.
Like, Plans? No! And I really liked Weekend Update. I thought Shay and Jose were on fire this week. There was a lot of good shit, but the sketches still have been pretty underwhelming to me.
Come on, the fart sketch was funny. That should not work, and that was funny.
It's so funny that I was thinking of a fart sketch like a week or two ago, and I was like, they would never do something so stupid and lowbrow on SNL. And then they did almost exactly that. It was, to a certain segment of the audience, I think it was pretty good.
Listen, I'm not usually for scatological humor, right? But I thought that worked because Ashley played it really well. And she didn't play on the beats. She played off the beats, or she let things extend a little longer than other actors would. And I thought that was great. I think she's the find of the new people. She is absolutely.
I really like her.
Right? Yeah.
I do really like her. Yeah, some of these new guys seem a little bland. Tommy did a decent job on Update.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, I don't know. The show in general has been a little underwhelming since it returned. We'll see. They're getting Miles Teller, they're getting Glen Powell, so these are like my guys.
Right.
Like, we'll see how it goes.
And I think the overall crew isn't as strong. Like, even you remove Heidi Gardner, that's a big one to remove from
Ego.
And Ego, oh my God, yes. And I thought Ego, like when she started to do her roast stand-ups there in the middle of Weekend Update, that was a whole new character. I was like, oh my God, please make this a recurring thing. She's so funny. But you take away that much strength and you replace it with stuff that some of these people who aren't as strong, it's kind of showing, and I don't need to see Trump in every sketch either. Like, Jesus, like, give it a rest, Although I did think the podcast sketch was funny because that's what those young.
What was the cold open this week?
Oh shit! What was the cold open this week? I forget.
It was Domingo.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah. So they didn't do political shit in the sketch.
Right, it was Domingo. Right.
And you know what? That's the right way to go. I don't understand starting every episode of SNL with political humor. I don't understand it.
I agree with you, and I'll tell you why I agree with you. Because what we're watching is already fucking crazy madness already. You're not going to top that. You're not going to top that. You have a president posting an AI video of dumping pounds of shit on people. You're not going to top that in SNL. You're not going to top that. So, it's just nuts. I agree with you. Stay away from that shit.
That's almost why he's doing it, so that people will lampoon him on SNL and he'll stay relevant in the culture. Like, I don't know, just like ignore this guy.
He's an attention whore. I don't disagree with you.
But I saw you were out there at No Kings, baby.
I was, yeah. I was out there. The Lady Outlaw and I were. She spent 2 days making signs, man, and she was a big deal. We got out there. It was a lot of fun. Way more people than last time, and a good mix of young and old, all of the spectrum, different ethnicities. It was great. A lot of families were out there too. So it was very.
I went to go pick up chicks.
You couldn't pick up chicks there. I know you couldn't pick up chicks there. One last thing. Wait, go ahead.
Bro, I bought a Mr. Sculpt.
What is that?
You haven't seen this on Instagram? I don't know what your targeted ads are. It's a reminder for like, are you a little weak pussy?
What is Mr. Sculpt?
You a gigantic vagina? It's one of these fucking gorilla bars that you have to like fucking bend and shit, and you can do it in all these different ways and work different muscles and shit. In a few weeks, and when it's gonna show up soon, I'm gonna come back fucking jacked.
Is this what you got?
Fucking yeah, it is. I'm about to get huge, bro.
What, 5% off? Tell me that's not true.
I took the 5% off.
Not the best model for this, but all right.
When I come back shaped like a fucking gorilla.
There you are. It's only $90. And you get a free nutrition guide and a tutorial video. Oh my God. Amazing.
The video. I can't wait to watch.
Push it harder. Push it harder.
This makes my forearm sore. I can't do this.
Well, this broke as we're going to end the show here, Jeff. A Prison Break reboot from Elgin James has been ordered to series at Hulu. This is officially
what a weird headline to go to.
Right after get into prison, bro. This was first reported back in December with a pilot order, but now they're saying it's gone to series here with Hulu. Emily Browning, Drake Roger, Lucas Gage, Clayton Cardenas, J.R. Bourne, and Georgie Flores and Miles Bullock are a part of this thing. So, do you like this idea of them doing another Prison Break series?
Love the idea.
Okay.
What's to like? Gotta love that shit. I watched the Prison Break for the first year or two. Robert Knepper?
Yeah, right.
Didn't he turn out to be not so great guy?
Yeah, Robert Knepper, yes.
Yeah. Never mind. Anyways, I enjoyed the first couple seasons of Prison Break, but I think it's time to reboot that whole thing. Would you do a woman's prison?
It is. Well, it's Emily Browning is the lead. So
yeah, but she could be like the psychiatrist who like
no. She's an ex-soldier turned corrections officer, Emily Browning, who takes a job at one of the deadliest prisons in America to prove just how far she'll go for someone she loves.
All right, so it's a male prison.
Right, it's a male prison. Yes.
Okay,
but I mean, we saw Orange is the New Black, right? That was the female prison one. But I'd be down to see a female prison one. Just don't call it Chained Heat. Other than that, I'd be down to see. Those were the days.
I'm just saying, we've seen guy like no, you're not going to top Oz.
No, Jesus Christ.
Let me tell you something. Look at me. Hold on. Let me open my eyes. You're not going to top Oz. You're going to end up Oz's bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to end up being put in the wall like Jason Priestley was, or Luke Perry was in Oz. That's what's going to happen. Oz is the shit, dude. I agree. I can't. Oz is it's the toughest show to watch ever because it gets super brutal. And J.K. Simmons is an amazing villain.
You put the sickest writers working today, they couldn't come up with something like the shit I saw in Oz as a kid. I'm scarred for life.
Agreed. All right, we should wrap it up there, Jeff. Anything more you want to highlight? Anything more you want to pick out here?
Just that scene in Oz where I ain't talking about no Wizard of Oz either. Wicked for good.
Was it Adebisi? Adebisi was amazing.
Fucking Schillinger, dude.
Oh, Schillinger, right? Yeah.
Kirk.
You want to see the is the Allstate insurance guy in a whole nother way? Watch that show.
Iman Walker, that guy was amazing.
Oh yeah, Iman was great.
I could go on for
Catherine Irby. Catherine Irby was.
All right, yeah. Subscribe to my newsletter and. That's about it. That's all I need you to do. Thank you.
There you go. At theinsnider.com. As for me, follow me at The Rocha Says everywhere on social media. Subscribe down below. Hit the bell button. Leave us your comments on all the topics we talked about. And remember, we are a podcast, so we really want to get those numbers up. There are thousands of you who watch us every week. If you listened on the podcast, subscribe to the podcast. We would appreciate it. Might get us some sponsors. The Hot Mic, wherever you download podcasts, would appreciate it. All right, for my partner, Jeff Sneider, I am John Rocha. We'll talk to you later on in the week with another brand new episode of the Hot Mic. Peace. Until then.